Okay, here we are. Audio looks good. Stream looks clear. Everything looks sharp. Up and running. Friday morning, garbage day out there. The big highlight of the morning will be the garbage pickup. Okay, here we go. You know what's happening? Back at the usual stuff. Usual crew is here, I guess. Let me get at it here for a while. It's another rainy, drizzly morning in Asakusa today. When will the rainy season finish? Nay. On the way back from dinner last night, I bumped into one of the other shop owners nearby. It's a guy who sells clothing. He's got the shop down at the end of the street. They call it Sakura. If you leave my building and turn left, it's the one on the corner at the end of our block. And he's crying the blues. He's clothing, so he's fashionable. So he prepared all this summer stuff, hot weather clothing, which nobody is buying. And he figures by the time this chilly, cold rain finishes, it'll be close to autumn, but he's going to be buying summer clothes. So he's really crying the blues. I think when you're in the fashion business, that's, that's part of what happens. I think you've got to be ready for that. The weather doesn't critically affect our business. It affects it a bit. There's fewer people walking down the street and fewer people come in. But that's not the core part of our business, so. But yeah, it's been quiet. I've been struggling to find work for the staff to do during the times that the customers are not here. Yesterday they were packing a bunch of prints for the flea market, but I don't have an endless supply of that stuff. So. What else will be happening today? Today, Cameron will be here at the normal time, I believe. I know he's finished his video. We've got the next video coming up. It will be up on YouTube, I think, later this morning. I know he left it with me last night with the idea that I would perhaps upload it, but there's one or two small edits I really want to ask him about. So I didn't upload it last night, but it's 99% finished. It's the next video. It's showing the printing process on the 8th print in this year's subscription series, the one that's called Summer Tea Fields. And he and Suga-san together, they shot a bunch of video and this and that, and a slideshow. And that'll be up later this morning. I think he was hoping I'd put it up last night. He left it with me when he went last night. I was still busy. And he asked me to do a quick review of the final render, and then, he was hoping I would just put it straight up on YouTube. And the fact that I haven't put it up means he must realize there's something I'm going to ask him about it. So he's probably thinking Dave is noisy again. He just wants to put his finger into the mix, But no, there's a couple of things I legitimately want to ask about. So. There's this thing that employees get into, I think, and also actually in a family situation. I remember this from when my kids were kids. When you've got sort of a person in charge of something who is a fairly dominating person and wants to do it their way and stuff like that, quite often like I want to do it here. And people who are preparing stuff for my inspection, they sort of know what's going to happen. I'm going to come in and say, nope, I want to change this, I want to change that, I want to change this. And knowing that that's likely to happen, there's sort of a tricky thing that I suspect might have happened in this case too with Cameron's video. They prepare one or two things that they know I will ask to change. And that's like, no, we can't do that, let's do this. And so I'll change that one or two things and then leave the rest of it alone. So they're happy and they got what they wanted. And Dave got what he wanted. He was able to show his authority to change this and change that, you know. So I think I remember my kids doing that to me, you know. They would ask something, can we do this? And they knew I wouldn't possibly say yes. And I'd say, no, well, look, guys, we can't do that. You know we can't do that. Then they'd say, well, can we do this? And I'd say, what are you been smoking? We can't do that. Then they'd say, well, how about this? I'd say, okay. Whereas if they'd asked for that third thing up first, I perhaps would have said, you know, no or something. So. And I think this is a thing, and I think I read stories in the Apple history. Steve Jobs, I think the employees, the ones who knew him, would set it up like this. You know, they would make sure that there was something he could reject first in every presentation to sort of show his authority. And then after he rejected that thing which they set up as a dummy, they'd get what they want for the rest of it. You know. So I wonder if Cameron's doing that. I don't know. He's probably listening to this on the train, or he's going to be here anyway soon. We'll chat about it, but I wonder. I wonder if there's a name for that phenomenon. It's a thing. I'm sure it's a thing. So who's here this morning? The usual suspects. Big garbage, 2 garbage bags today, yes. And we forgot actually on Tuesday, I forgot to put some of it on Tuesday. We used the first floor, but I forgot the second floor. So. Printed and eaten, what are we talking about? Gyotaku. Gyotaku, fish printing, the show. The fire, yeah. The girls here were pretty upset about this yesterday, and at that point they were only reporting 12 dead. This morning it's a bigger story. It's a big deal. This is a big, big deal. This is shell-shocked, this society here. I don't know, at least among the generation that we're talking about here. I myself don't know the background to that animation studio, but the girls who work here did. They were shell-shocked. And for me, the number one question is, I know, this is a big question. It's going to affect us right here in this building. Some mentally ill person does something wrong, whatever, we can't protect against that. But how is it that a fire started in that building and 30 people weren't able to get out? What's the deal on the fire exits? Were they, whatever? That's the one that we all have to answer for. How is it that those people weren't able to get out? And it affects us right here. We've got an old building here, 3 stories. There's 2 ways out. One is the front door that you can see right there. And the only other way is get up on the roof and jump or run to the next building or something. Not unacceptable. There's no fire escapes, there's no fire exits, there's no nothing. The door upstairs here that goes out onto the roof does have a lock on it, and I always keep it open. Every time I go up there, I see the staff has locked it, because somebody might come in overnight, you know, and I open it and leave it open. If we have a fire here, it's front door or upstairs. And if that stairwell, if somebody has locked it again and it's dark and smoky, and how do you open the thing? So yeah, we're in a little bit in a very small version of the same situation that those kids were in that place. You know? So we're going to have some meetings here about it. We're going to have some talk about it, and maybe we're going to get a screwdriver and remove the lock from that door upstairs. It's no good me telling them to keep it open, because if one person locks it and I don't know about it, and whatever. So yeah, it'll be very interesting to see what comes out over the next few days. How is it those people couldn't get out of that stairwell? And I don't think this is Bangladesh. They were not locked in. No building in Japan works like that. I simply guess that the door was normally locked from the inside, but in a panic and smoke and chaos, the guy at the top of the stairs couldn't figure out how to open it, and game over. You need a push bar, obviously, something. Push on that door and it flies open. And I'm disappointed, embarrassed, and upset that Japan is still in a situation where this can happen. Third world country behavior. Anyway, it's too soon. We don't know what happened, but if that's the story, then yeah. More conversation sliding along here. I don't think there's going to be any whitewashing, no, not at all. No, I think this is, it could, like I said, it's too soon to talk about what's going on. It could be a failure of governance, of regulation. I know if there's heads to roll, heads will roll, absolutely. So, I know I'm being a tiny bit of a hypocrite here, and we've talked about this before on the stream while we're building our shop here. 5 years ago, we moved in here and built this place, and I've sort of, what's the word to use? Have I bragged about it? I'm not sure if that's the right word to use. We built this place ourselves, this first floor and the second floor, and what we've done on the third floor. And because it's a renovation of an old building, we have never once been inspected by a building code person or by a fire department or by anything. And we've been thinking, wow, this is so cool. It's easy for us to build this place. We haven't been subject to endless regulations, blah, 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 blah. But now we see the downside of this thing. We thought about this when we built the second floor here, because the egress was only one way out through that tiny little staircase and it was dark. We ourselves put in, what do you call them? Those green things, that show a little green man running and stuff like that. I went to Amazon and bought some, and we installed them upstairs in the second floor. But we were never asked to, we were never told to, we were never inspected. It's been really easy for me because of that, but now we see a possible downside. New building codes here are stunningly difficult and sharp and tight, but renovations here are ignored. There's a historical reason for it, because buildings here are chronically so weak and they don't last long anyway, and they will be renovated soon. This sort of feeling about building renovation is it's hands off. It doesn't matter. The building's coming down soon, and when they build a new one, it'll fit code. So older buildings are kind of ignored, grandfathered in, as it were. We have never been inspected by the fire department, not once, in 5 years we've been here. paper's out. Yes, 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 yes. Three packs are out. We got a full crowd up there today. Subi-san's working on, she's working on Fox Moon. She's doing a reprint of the Fox Moon batch. She's finished her Benkebashi print, which I've got here. What else? Rei-chan is doing she's working on the third print in Journeys of Japan. She's graduated now from doing portraits. She's now doing Journeys of Japan. And Kawai-san is here. He's doing number 2, Journeys of Japan. I mentioned in the video that we put up, the video that's going up sometime later today. The video today is about Journeys in Japan, and as part of the talk, I mentioned that the thing is totally sold out for 200 people. We have 100 people on the waiting list, but now some of our printers are recycling through to do a second batch of these. So soon Cameron will be able to send notices to people, hey, we're chewing through from the waiting list. So. Of course, how Doris-san and his daughter Etvan, of course, whatever, they're okay. They're adults, you know, they're no longer kids, and she's no longer a kid anymore, so no problem. After sizing, where do you store the paper? We store the paper on shelves upstairs here, covered from the air. The biggest danger for paper as it's being stored is 2 things. One is dust in the air settling on the top of the paper, which of course is full of mold. And the second is if you wrap it in like craft brown paper or something, it picks up the acidity from that paper. So for us, storing paper before we use it is just those 2 things, just dust-free and covered. If we were going to store it for decades and decades and decades, different story, because it needs to be aired out and stuff. But believe me, the paper comes in, it sits, it gets used. It comes in, it sits, it gets used. So long-term storage is not a factor for us. So just the usual general things. Keep it away from dust. Don't let it sit in long periods in contact with harmful substance. Where are we? Where are we? Where are we? What is on the top cone across the street? I know it's a beer cup. Somebody last night or whatever, I think. No, it's tape. Her cone is getting old. I know sometimes beer cups are there. Her cone is getting old and it's broken up in the plastic in the sun and she's taped it together. We replace ours about every, year or so. They just get worn out. It's a cheap plastic and the sunshine hits them and they fracture into little bits and pieces. So we break them up, put them in the plastic recycled garbage and get a couple more. It's some kind of tape. She's trying to tape it back together. Did I enjoy my Tuesday off? Tuesday off? What's all this talk about Tuesdays off? The shop is closed. Tuesdays off. Is it me or is that crow's particularly noisy today, or is that just always the thing? I don't notice it. It sounds like one particular crow. Maybe there's two of them there, yeah. Maybe it's a territorial thing, I guess. I don't know. Who knows? So, the big mystery of Friday mornings. Which is going to happen first, the garbage pickup or Cameron? Given Cameron's timing recently, I think the garbage will probably be here first. Any minute now, right? What time is it now? 8:32? I don't hear the truck. There they are. It's garbage truck coming closer, right? Truck will come in from the right. Here we are, guys coming in from the left. He's going around the back of the block. Oh, they're going to stop right here. We're going to see it. Oh! Faster, faster, faster. Some things Japan does right. As we see yesterday, some things we don't do right. I missed chat here, sorry. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, my mother's here today. Good morning, good morning. How you doing? I haven't chatted with you in Skype for quite a while. Someone's asking about fire extinguishers. We do indeed. I know this is part of what we did, but actually there's good news and bad news here. I'll be asking Cameron about this when he gets here. When we built the shop up on the second floor, we tried to find what are the regulations, what do we need to do, what's blah, 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 and we couldn't find any information on it. So as I said, step one, we bought the green exit things and rewired the roof and put them up in there. I actually got a shock while I was doing that. And then we went out and bought, again, Amazon.com. This is our fire safety plan, Amazon.com. We bought a bunch of escape stuff. We bought the fire extinguisher, which is sitting up there, but, this is 5 years ago. How long do fire extinguishers hold their charge, right? When do these get inspected? And I got to say, we haven't looked at it. It's been there for 5 years, and it hasn't been checked at all, the stuff on the second floor. The ground floor here, we didn't bother with this. I didn't install the green thing to show an exit, and I haven't got a fire extinguisher here. The ground floor is like, there you go. So I wasn't too worried about this. But we were worried about it upstairs, especially when we came in upstairs. The guy in the first floor here, he was a jeweler. And in his back room here, he had acetylene torches, and he's making silver jewelry and stuff. And this was a real reason why I did that stuff, because I could easily imagine earthquake coming one day, his acetylene torch falls over, bang, boom, first floor is a ball of flame. What are we going to do upstairs? We can't get out. So this is why we tried to do these things. The basic minimum that we could do, the exit lights, fire extinguishers, stuff like that. And that's still in place upstairs. But, I haven't checked it in years. Not sure my mother's comment. 2 months and 2 days. I'm not quite sure what that means, but the question I missed, I'm sorry. So yeah, given this little wake-up call in yesterday's news, and clearly because the governance system here in Japan is failing on this point, Cameron and I are going to talk about this morning. We will take this as a kick in our own ass, kick in the rear, and we will do what we can not to upgrade our own safety. 5 years ago I thought we did this, but we haven't reviewed it or thought about it or tested it or done anything about it in 5 years. So this is clearly something that we should be doing. I'm embarrassed to have been forced into it like this, but whatever. Let's just do what we need to do. It could be, that we're just talking too soon. It could be that building in Kyoto had wonderful fire suppression systems and everything, but just the overwhelming act of the arson just overwhelmed everything. It's possible. But I'm not sure. We'll see. can't follow it all, I'm sorry. Oh, here we go, good morning, sir. Raining yet? Not? Holding off, is it?
A couple of drops landed on me, but not really raining, you know. How are you?
Good. It's been a super busy chat this morning. I've missed most of it. I've tried to catch a couple of questions. Yesterday's news, of course, has stunned people all over the place. So it just gets worse and worse.
Horrible.
And it has lots of ramifications for us. We were chatting about it on the.
Yeah.
Yeah, please just grab that stuff somewhere, whatever. I don't know.
This is not the mic.
No, it's not.
Using,
That's
right?
active
Okay.
here. The mic is here.
And you don't want it there, right? So
Yeah.
here.
Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yep.
Just making sure. Oh, Soka. I forgot. Who's that one? Can I? Okay.
What kinds of ramifications for us are you thinking?
Well, again, it's sort of too soon what happened there. We don't really know the full story of yesterday's episode, and crazy men do crazy things. We can't think about that. But the point is, how can 30 people not get out of a burning building?
Yeah.
That's governance. That's a governance problem, I think. I don't know. Maybe just it was so bad, even the wonderful best fire system in the world could not have handled it.
Yeah.
But it was an old building, and we know how this works. How many times have we been inspected by the fire department so far in 5 years? 0. So my suspicion is it's a failure of governance, and this puts it onto us. If they're not going to inspect us, what should we do?
Yeah.
Ignore it, or
Plan a second escape?
we should do it ourselves. Again, we were chatting about this on the stream earlier. When we built the thing upstairs, we did this as much as we could. We got fire extinguishers there. We put the green running out. I went to Amazon.com and bought those things. Because the guy downstairs was using acetylene torches, And then we kept the third floor stairway open, and it was unlocked. And none of those things are true anymore. I haven't checked the fire extinguishers in 5 years. How long do they?
Different companies have different lengths.
Anyway, so let's take this opportunity. You and me, this is rubbed in our face now. Whether or not it's a governance problem or not, I don't know.
Yeah.
But let's you and me make sure
We're safe.
we get a hold of it.
Yeah. No, that's
Work out the extinguishers and the third floor stairways. Have you seen it? How Amazon's using it.
Oh,
as
the one to the
storage.
roof?
Yes.
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 Yeah,
Yes.
that
Because that's the only way out for you.
Yep.
So let's take this on ourselves as a real warning.
Yeah.
And if the fire department's not going to do it for us, let's
Keep ourselves safe.
Let's get it put on top. And I was not good for me to ignore this. We've been laughed at. It's like, haha, it's so cool. We can do this without being inspected. Look at the wonderful fun we're having doing this. And we joked about this and laughed about it.
But without the inspections, they lose some motivation.
Yeah. So let's do what we can do for this. Whether or not that turns out to what has been the problem down there, I don't know. 30 people, more than 30 people. Kids to show. It's awesome.
Apparently he poured gasoline at the fire exits.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I'm not, I'm not 100% blaming this. Perhaps it was such a bad thing that there was no way to get out. I don't know. So it's too soon to call.
Right.
Whether or not, whatever that result is over there, it's a reminder to you and me that we're responsible. Well, I'm responsible.
Yeah.
And we're not 100% safe here.
No. Yeah.
Especially that third floor. So let's just take this as a hint to get our own act in order a bit more. So.
John Becker mentioned this too. At the hostel I stayed at over the weekend, it was a really, really old building with scary, skinny stairwells. Yeah. And so on the top floor where I was staying, they had something, the brand name was Oriro, like, go down. And
the toss-out ladder.
Yeah, toss-out ladder. So he mentioned a roll-up chain ladder too for the second and third floors. We could...
Actually, when we came into the second floor 5 years ago, we tried to do this.
Oh, okay.
And the problem is the second floor window is barred from the outside and the bars are drilled into the concrete.
That does make it tough. So
it makes it tough to get out of the ladder. I'm thinking, like, why is this there? Like, a Mr. Badman is going to come in at the night, get a ladder, climb up to the second floor, hoping nobody's going to see him, and come in.
Yeah.
So why are there bars, literally, bars drilled into the concrete on the second floor?
That is the backside by
the
office
your
area,
exit,
right?
your exit, right where you are. You've seen the air conditioner. You've opened that window. There's bars on the outside.
Yeah.
So that's why we didn't put that.
So we could put one there and then one up on the third floor.
Here's the other thing too. The second floor window where I sleep.
Yeah.
It's a balcony. We can just hop down. Whatever.
Yeah.
Break
hurt your legs, but
we can hop down. But the kids keep locking that window. I have told they go in there, they have their lunch, they close the window, and they lock it. And I've told every one of these, Kawaii-san, Teiko-san, Chiba-san, don't fucking lock that window. Because when it's at night and I need to get out, I don't need to screw around with that thing. But someone will come in. Someone will come in. And this is the Japanese mindset. At night, you got to lock this, you got to bar this, because the evil bogeyman is going to come into your building, climbing through a window on the 57th floor. It doesn't happen like that, but that's their mindset.
Yeah. Interesting.
So I'm constantly arguing. This is the third floor exit.
Yeah.
If I'm the last guy through, it's open. If it was a Japanese person that was the last person through, it's locked and shut.
Yep.
So what I think maybe to do, here's our list now. Let's figure out the fire extinguishers. If they're old, get new ones. Let's get new ones off the first floor. Third floor, get that crap off the stairs. Period. And tell Oyama-san, never
we
ever
need a
put
safe
stuff
way
in there
out.
again.
Yeah.
And third, let's remove the lock from the top, the door that goes out to the roof. Remove the lock. It's an indoor lock, so it's not gonna, nobody's gonna get locked in. This is not Bangladesh, but you don't want to fool around. So let's remove the lock.
Okay.
What's the risk?
Yeah.
What's the risk? Some evil person's going to come into another building, run across the roofs Batman style, come in our roof, come down here and steal a woodblock print? Really?
I think we're willing to make that sacrifice.
I think we're willing. So exactly. So let's take this as a kick in the ass for ourselves to fix our own systems, whatever the result is. I feel embarrassed that I didn't do this.
Ninjas, you're in Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The other thing, camera sound, video.
Yes.
The video. It's cool. It's really cool. I'm very, very, very happy. You're thinking, why didn't I put it up last night? Because this is day full and I still have
of course. No, that's why I said it wasn't.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I figured there would be
I know,
to tighten up.
We chatted about this on the stream before.
Yeah.
Cameron prepared he did a good video, blah, 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 blah. And last night as he left, I was supposed to give it the final check and then upload it. And he looked on YouTube and like, where is it? You checked every 5 minutes all night long?
5 minutes, all night long. Didn't get any sleep.
No, what it is, I'm sorry to say, actually we chatted about this before in the video that on the stream here, that there was this thing that you read about with Steve Jobs, and I also had the experience in my own family. Because when there's a person in a position of authority or something, people are asking permission to do things, they learn what they do is, he's always going to say no, or he's going to change something or change something. So what they do is they prepare one or two things, like you've got your project finished, and then you do one or two things that I'm going to ask to change. So what do you think? We're going to change that. Oh, okay. Let me change it, and then you're good to go with what you have. My kids used to do this to me. Dad, can we do such and such? And I'm like, what have you been thinking about? No, of course not. And I'm like, why did they say that? Dad, can we do this? And then the third thing is, Dad, can we have a cookie or something? And I'm like, okay, stop bothering me. I don't know if there's a name for this, but I don't know what that name is. And you read about Steve Jobs all the time. They set him up like this all the time. They would put one or two things at the top of the list, but they know he's going to blow off.
Yeah.
And that gives him his chance to be in control, and then they get what they want for the rest of it. And I'm sitting here wondering, is Cameron Sand doing this to me? Because one of those things was, Cameron, you know there's no way I'm going to say yes to this.
Was it the slideshow at the end?
No, I'm happy with that. That's fine.
Okay.
Actually, there's three things.
Okay.
Two of which I think are actually sort of editing mistakes, whatever that we can talk about, and then one which is a style. Okay, first, we talked about the brightness control, the difference between the prints as they appear in the video and the prints as they appear in the slideshow.
Yeah.
And you went and we talked about.
I fiddled with it. It's not perfect, but
what you did was you made your change in brightness in the video. You made it at a point where the scene was static. She moves the print, puts it down, and then a split second later you change the brightness. So we see.
So it still did that. I tried fixing that several times.
And then at the end of it, it goes ka-chong back, and she moves it. So simply move the target point to the point where she's still moving it.
Okay.
Well, maybe you did this, but
I was trying. I was really struggling with
it. So the change has to happen while there is motion happening, because we can see the flash in and the flash out. I see this only once on that first one.
Yeah, on that first.
And to me, that was a deal killer. That was the absolute deal killer.
Because I encountered that. And then thought I fixed it, so I rendered it again. But
we're sitting here chatting. I'm not working. Nobody knows what we're talking about. There's a video. The video's going up on YouTube like in a couple of. As soon as it's going to.
Yeah, as soon as we fix that, because I was struggling with that same thing. I'll see what needed to be fixed, because I thought I got that.
No, the change happens when there's no motion happening.
So in the preview, it doesn't do that. And then I rendered it, and then I saw it, and I thought, oh crap, there's no way this is going through. This is terrible. And so I thought I fixed it and rendered it and left while it was still rendering.
Sorry.
Nope, thank you for letting me know that it's still stuck, because I was aware of that and I knew that was not good.
That's one. The second one was I don't know how much she rubs and rubs and rubs and keeps rubbing and keeps rubbing.
The first one.
The first one. It's. I'm sorry.
No.
Even Dave has got. Even Dave's. This is going on too long. I'm sorry.
No, I wanted to ask you about it too, because I thought I was of two minds.
This is way too long. Process video. Suga-san is rubbing this thing, and it's a multi-step process.
But the
first one is a long, and she rubs. I'm embarrassed how long she rubs. She shouldn't be rubbing that long.
Okay.
So what Cameron has done is some of them when she rubs too long, so he takes the whole video and he cuts it. So at a point where her hand is moving to the left, he trims it. Then he trims it where her hand is moving to the left, and you can't even tell that you've cut some out.
Right.
But that first one, I think
I cut 12 seconds out of it.
Whatever. It's still too long. It's still too long. So we're together on those two things.
Yes.
Then the third thing now is different.
Okay.
He's done this video. He's recorded it all. He did the video, did the lights, did the sound, did everything. Edited, clip. This is Cameron's production. This was the job. Hey, Cameron, produce the video, please. Yeah. The voice that you hear is mine, because that's what people have come to expect. They don't want to hear Cameron saying, I think what Suga-san is doing here. They expect Dave to say, what Suga-san is doing here is this. So I recorded, after he'd finished it, I recorded some voiceovers, which he then edited and fixed the sound, because Dave can't hear the hiss anymore and all that kind of stuff, put it in. So it's a Cameron production, and I'm one of the actors, as it were. Yeah. So the third thing that I'm going to say here, I really shouldn't say anything about this, because I delegated you the job of making this video. And if you do some things in your production that I don't like, well, how much am I in control here, and how much have I delegated?
But the channel has your name on it, so.
So let me just put the idea. The cold open, I died when I was watching it. Just punch. I thought, is he going to do the whole video like this? They're short and they're sharp and they're zoomed in to see the eyeball. And I thought, holy crap, I am out of here. And if it wasn't my job to watch this, I wouldn't have got out of the cold open. And because we were talking about that New York Times thing, which had some quick cuts, but it wasn't brutal, Cameron. Yeah. So I don't know what to say.
Okay.
There was good.
You didn't mention anything about it. It was the same as it was 2 days ago.
Because that was just you'd said, I'm just dumping this in here, whatever.
You got it.
Those really super close. Are they zoomed in the camera, or are they in post?
They're in the camera, but I have extra. I've taken lots of footage. I have more footage to play with. So
okay, but anyway, I'm just putting the idea on the top. I'm not telling you to change it. I found it a totally different style from the rest of the video. It set the wrong tone and pace for the whole video, and I found it personally really, really disturbing. One thing in particular, pace when she comes back, it had been a dark scene, rubbing or something. Yeah. Then you flashed back to the white tile, which filled the screen. Yeah. And it was like a flash, and then bang, the brush came in. Yeah. And literally, So try and maybe look at it yourself with headphones closer and whatever, I don't know. Anyway, to me, it just set the wrong tone for the whole thing.
Got it.
Other than that, we're good to go. Let's upload this morning. And the sound, it's so much better. What did you do?
I don't know. No,
No, you read it. Some of those sounds, they were big. They were,
I toned a lot of things down. I turned down volume just a lot on the background things, and I did all the ducking for the voiceovers, which helped cover some of the most aggressive sounds of the rubbing and
you
stuff.
said Final Cut Pro doesn't do ducking automatically. It's no ducking
not
switch.
without a plug-in.
What?
Yeah.
iMovie does wonderful ducking.
Yeah, I was surprised too.
Really?
But
really? Maybe
yeah.
we should buy the thing. I don't know, whatever, because it's essential, shall we?
Yeah.
What's the thought? The thought the pros want to do it themselves. They don't want an automatic ducking.
I guess so. They like to choose
away
how
every
long
time,
it
yeah,
fades.
yeah. Well, I get that.
Up and down and
I mean, to take away the ability to do ducking would be terrible. But why not have it try it by itself? You know?
yeah. David Scorsese, Cameron's Tarantino. With the opening.
What's that?
Martin Scorsese, so
I know the words, but I don't know the different.
Tarantino's famous for
blood and stuff, isn't
yes,
it?
and fast, quick action and intensity and stuff. I guess Scorsese though he has some intense films too.
I wouldn't know the reference. I'm sorry. I mean, I think when I was watching that Cameron, we talked about this yesterday with that New York Times thing saying, wow, some quick cutting, it's not so well, you know. So I'm thinking, here's what
that was my take it to an extreme, want to hear what you say attempt at.
Okay, maybe, but sticking to that New York Times thing we saw, most of the quick cutting actually was slides. It was click, click, click. It was pictures that matched the music going, and it wasn't video, click, video, click, video, click, video. There wasn't motion of quick cutting.
Yeah.
And there's probably some rules in film school 101, different things, you know. The quicker you cut it, the more chance the brain has to process what's going on. And if it's a quick cut plus quick motion, can we really process this? I don't know. So there's probably some rules here. I'm desperately finding somebody to back me up on this.
Yeah. Oh, here's an update about the font. Marumuju says.
Yeah, I see there's an email from him in my inbox this morning. He's got his computer back.
Great, yeah. He says, hi, Cam and Dave. Just to let you know, the font is moving on again since I got my computer back after 24 days. Wow, more than 3 weeks.
3 weeks, oh my God, and I've got
battery replacement really took a long time. Almost bought a new computer. Perhaps I should have, but
okay, but I just said, this young man lives in Finland, where maybe there's not such a high-tech Apple service center.
Yeah,
so
whereas here you've got one down the street. Across town.
But yeah, not good news. But good news, good news. Anyway, thank you, sir. No pressure from us. Please, don't sweat it. Don't sweat it. No late nights. We're all just pleasantly, peacefully waiting for this. Yeah.
We like it.
So. Does everybody else in the stream know what we're talking about, or is there an update necessary for that? Or there's probably people who don't know what we're talking about. Okay, I do think we finished another row here.
Another row. That's great.
I do think they're getting shorter and shorter.
Yeah.
And then they're going to get longer and longer.
And then they're going to double in length there at the end. What's the thing when your boss almost destroys all your hard work and then he gives you a little compliment at the end? Stick and carrot? That's pretty nice. No, it's the opening 30 seconds is all we're talking about now. The other two I knew were problems and I wanted to.
Yeah, and the video as a whole. In fact, funny, you know, because of the negative thing I felt from the cold, I'm thinking, oh my God, how am I going to tell Cameron? Are we going to have a fight about this? You know, and then I sort of forgot about it. And then, it went okay. And then I forgot about it. I forgot that there had been criticism.
Got it.
And we get there and think, wait a minute, where's the sound problem?
Yeah.
And I came back halfway through, put my headphones on, and I enjoyed it. It was good. So I'm 100%, this is so much better.
All right, cool. I'm glad.
The thing here, Cameron gave to me a few days ago a sort of rough cut, which of course is a rough cut. And I'm thinking, oh my God, what are we going to do with this? You know, but it was a rough cut.
It had,
of course,
had no processing. Just these are the clips in this order, basically.
So this is a nice video. It's not that long actually, too. It's about what 16 minutes
16,
or something.
17.
And it'll be up on YouTube later this morning.
It should be, yeah.
As soon as I get back to my...
rendering it takes a while.
And then I'll be back about 1
yeah.
o'clock or 2 o'clock from my visit this morning. So, okay. Afternoon Japan time. So.
Yeah. But
and what it is, it's a video of the August print in the Japan Journey series, the one we call Summer Tea Fields. It's not on our Insta yet, but Jed's probably posted about it. Anyway, you'll see in the video.
See you soon.
Also, the other one I saw you change, the T-shirt thing. Was I over
it's still
worried?
in there.
It's still in there?
Yeah, I asked her, what is this shirt? It's for a Las Vegas show called Solid Gold Soul, about soul and R&B music.
So the shirt is made overseas. It's not one of
Yeah,
these some
yeah, it's a Las
Asian
Vegas
parody
thing.
that's grabbed something that we could be in
No,
trouble
it's a
for.
real.
But you
it's
get
a
my concern.
Grand
do you?
show. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not something questionable. It's just a Las Vegas show.
Oh, so you've looked it up on the net. It's a thing.
Yep.
That image is out there. People are not upset with it.
Not
Okay,
anything
all right,
I
all
can
right.
find. No. Just above the part that's displayed, it has the name of the show. Got
Okay,
Solid
all right.
Gold Soul.
Okay.
So if people ask about it, we can say, well, go visit Las Vegas.
Okay, no problem. Maybe I'm paranoid, but these days, with like it's the idea a Japanese T-shirt that has spelled something wrong. That's cool. But if
Yeah.
it's something to do with on a black culture or something,
Yeah.
there could be people that really get upset with it. So I'm sorry for
No, it's just a shirt
just
she
flagging the
likes.
question.
Yeah.
Okay.
From
Through most of the thing there, she's wearing her humming T-shirts. I think she's got a repertoire, and we see 3 of them. I think in the video. I'm not really sure whatever.
the orange and green. They're pretty funny.
And I wish there had been a bit of an interview with her or something to introduce, because we don't see her face, we don't see anything. Whatever. It's too late now. It's not worth going back to do it now. But I felt the video would have been improved if we had more personal contact with her. I think. Did she reject it, or just you guys didn't have time to get around to it?
Really wasn't interested. I brought it up several times. Just like, not again.
But that's her personality. Remember, her social rules say she is supposed to say no the first time. And she's Japanese. It's a hot day. Would you like a cup of cold tea?
Yeah.
No, thank you. I'm fine.
Yeah.
Would you like a cup of? Okay. It's the rules say you're supposed to refuse the first time. So
It wasn't only one time.
whatever. You get what I'm getting at. So
Yeah.
she's reticent and she's polite and she's a young lady. All these different things. So please keep that in mind.
Yep.
And she's also, to an extent, an employee who can be asked to do things.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
I think I would, for next time, need more insightful questions from you.
okay, well, that's easy. We can prepare that. That's my job, whatever. So I'm not trying to dump that part of it on you. But, or I could do it. You program it, set the time. Dave, come upstairs. We're ready to cut the interview. That's okay. I'll do that if that's what you want.
Right.
But we need more human touch on these things, and not just Dave gassing at the camera.
Yep. Maru says, I'm not terribly worried about the time. I've got most of the glyphs drawn out. After that, it's mostly refining, cross-checking with different texts, etc. Shouldn't take many more weeks now.
Okay, and while he's here then, we were targeting 2 or 3 versions of it. A free light version that we can give us from the download page anybody can use. And I think you were going to hold for yourself a really more extensive professional version that you can license yourself to whoever. But I also would like, the software you're using is Glyphs, and I think that also exports one of these, quote, light versions that's usable on a web page. I forget the extension.
WAF or something?
Something like this. I can't remember the extension. And I really would like that, because I'd like to use this on the page itself that talks about this font. So,
instead of just screenshots of what the font looks like, actually type in the font. John Becker says, show and tell?
It didn't show. I know that package we
were expecting.
No, he hasn't shipped it yet. In fact, I got the shipping notice in the Yahoo auction yesterday, but it hasn't arrived yet.
Okay.
It's a little package. It's a little package of, I don't know what colors, match sample prints.
Oh, okay.
And it's going to show up any minute now, but it didn't come yesterday.
Got it.
So I am sorry. As I teased, I said by the time Friday comes along, they will almost certainly be a show and tell, and it just hasn't showed up.
Yep.
So I'm sorry. I know there's no intent to deceive and no tease, but a little item just is not here. But as we mentioned, I have not been finding much recently, so that my buying, even though we've got the cash ready for it, my buying has been low.
Yeah, so down.
Yeah. I don't know if it's seasonal or what.
Finally got every antique print there ever was.
Yeah. It's going to be another stinker today to show. Yeah, I can feel it already.
Mm-hmm. Swimming already. So humid.
these characters are much, much closer together than they were back at the beginning of this.
Yeah.
And it's pretty clear. The guy had the text in front of him, and he was doing his calligraphy trying to fit it in.
Yeah.
You know, the text you see here is not made up by the guy who did the authoring of the text. It's a calligrapher who is trying to write it in around the drawing. So step one is drawing. Step two is then
Plan what's going to be said.
yeah.
And then,
He's by the time he got in, he realized he's running out of room.
I shouldn't have made those first characters so big.
The characters are about the same, but it's the spacing. You can see here, these are really bumped up. Each row by row by row is bumped up. We quickly zoom back over here to the front. There's much more space between the rows. Well, this is more normal. And it's good. You do the same thing in English. We do the same thing, you know. By the time you get to the end
bottom
of the line,
your,
exactly.
Your page,
Exactly.
you're writing microscopically.
And when we get to the final bottom right hand corner, the little thing that the Kodako, the baby is writing, it's just tiny little jammed in there. So,
Vivid KP just joined us and says, "Did I miss anything important? Did you miss anything
we
important?"
were talking about you.
Yeah, the whole time.
But I don't know, did we ever turn the camera to show over there what's on the, is that something maybe? Did we ever do that or not?
I don't think so. Not when I've been here.
See you soon.
Recognize that.
Chat about a camera just because people don't know who Karen is there. So.
Fix the camera. Get seasick.
It's got that floating lens.
Yeah, it's really bizarre. As I move a little bit, it
Yeah.
just kind of waves around.
It's great for handheld, but terrible when you're on stand.
Light show. It's
Tell the people what it is. It's people who don't know.
or should I say your name? I guess. Yeah, Vivid KP. This is your work in our shop now. Hanging up above all the prints. And light show KP number 1. So it's your first print in our shop. And you were here with us in May, June. When was that? It says it was printed in June, but you were here for a couple of weeks with us. So
Back in the spring, I guess.
Yeah, in the spring sometime. And helped out with blog posts and watched people carve and print and learned a bit more about it and went home and put this together. You had already carved this set before you came though, is that right?
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
But I think you made a few small
Printing
changes or
improvements,
something and applied what you learned about printing, and then we've ended up with this.
Is that
Here in our shop.
online or not, Cameron? Or did Karen ask us to put it online or not to put it online? Or?
She's now said it's okay, actually. I just got an email
Awesome.
not too long ago, so I would like to scan one of the copies.
And
if
get it
we
in
have
guest
it.
corner. Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Together with Amy-san's prints.
Yeah,
Okay.
so.
Also, Amy-san last night said get those off.
Take them off?
There aren't going to be any more. Ghost and Spider. She said take them down.
They're just gone.
At the moment it says reprinting. She says take them down.
Wow. Oh, they've now become collector's items. Wow.
Because we can't print them here, as
Yep.
we found, and she's not going to print them. She's going to move on to do the next one.
Wow.
So she said it's not fair to leave it as a reprinting when they're not going to be reprinted. So she
Yeah.
asked me to ask you to take it down.
Okay, I can take care of that. I'm going to have to contact quite a few people on the waiting list.
But I don't think you can do it from the front interface because it doesn't expect stuff to be killed. So you have to go back into the.
You can mark it as pending, though, right?
But then it'll show up as pending or.
No, pending means it's not
all right,
visible online.
Okay, where you go? Yeah.
We can totally pull it out later, but at least make it invisible.
But are her prints in the partner shop or they're in Mokohankana's guest? Because those are.
Checking now.
Actually, okay, before you hit the switch, just wait. Let me finish the stream here. Let me check on what that's because we put hers into a special category.
Yeah.
Because the partner shops all got the EMS stuff, and we
So
did
she
hers
is
without
in the
that.
standard catalog right now. AS 23456.
Okay, standard catalog as guest. Is that what it is? Just pop it up there.
Okay. What's that?
I'm not so sure if we can change it from here.
Loading. It's
You're probably on the extras Wi-Fi.
apparently marked as reprinting, so I
Did you
think this
change
is the
it?
one.
Okay.
Yeah. Goodbye, ghost story.
We had a bit of a touchy conversation because I asked her about the ones that Kawai-san had printed, and she reiterated again, garbage, garbage, garbage. So I said, well, are they in the garbage? You know? She said, no, I've got them. And I started to push, about like what's going to happen to these, and she started to get upset. So I just left it alone. She's in today. She and Teiko-san are running the show today.
Oh, nice.
I'll be out this morning. I'll be back this afternoon.
All right.
We have a guest later this afternoon.
Oh, who's that? Someone I know? Oh, okay.
Sumi-san's guest.
Oh. Ah, okay. That'll be good. Yeah, it's Friday. I forgot already. NHK. That I know you're getting.
She was going to get back to me. I told her we'd go ahead with it. We'd be clear to do it next week, Wednesday or Thursday.
Oh, okay, cool. So
You're done with
the
that
second
one, the
NHK
filming.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're going to be on NHK next Tuesday,
Oh, that's
and
it.
then maybe
Sorry,
filmed
yeah,
again
yes.
later the same week for a different show.
Yeah. But that's language learning. They just want to use a space. They want a shop in which to do their little scripting and talking. So.
Yeah. It's not a show about you. It's
No.
a show filmed here.
Yeah.
Basically. Geotaxing. This is so cool. Watching printing is really enjoyable, but the intricate carving is also amazing to see. It's true, we don't really have any videos on YouTube of carving because they'd be 2 weeks long. Or,
there are bits and pieces.
Yeah, just bits and pieces.
When I did all the videos myself on making ukiyo heroes, there's lots of carving scenes.
okay, that's true. Just
Like in the original ones, the Mario, the Fox Moon, the Chibi Heroes, there's lots and lots of carving scenes.
Yeah.
But there's no single long video about carving.
Yeah. Vivid KP says, I was there in April, I had done one run, and then I made a run on fancy paper for you guys.
Oh,
That's what we've got.
We're talking about, yeah.
Yeah. Cool. And you actually have one or two people who've emailed me saying, is that Firefly print online yet? Or when will it be online?
Okay,
So once you get a scan of that, you've got some sales.
Also, the scanning thing, we're talking about that, the scanning.
I need to change the orientation.
Did you do it sideways? Is that what happened?
That's what happened with that one. So that one I don't. Now that we've sent all the copies to only, I can't redo JJ8, but
you get what I'm talking about? The way the light,
the way the shadow. It looks better than when it was upside down, but still not
wrong,
right.
so.
Yeah.
And when we got that scanner, that was the first thing to figure out. Which way do we have to orient the print to show a proper woodblock print? And it turned out that it meant upside down against the base of the thing. So when you've scanned it in, you're seeing it in Photoshop, it's upside down. But that's easy to fix.
Yeah. Is the scans. The slideshow this time around, or in the past, I've just done image, cut to image, cut to image in each level, but this time I had it fade between. Did that look okay, or was that weird?
No, I don't have any bad feeling about it. I thought I enjoyed it.
Okay.
What I was doing, when I did my own slideshows in the Solitude series, I did a wipe on each one, and it was really effective. But the wipe only is effective if you've got it pixel perfect lined up. And some of you're jogging left, jogging right, jogging left. I took time in Photoshop to pixel perfect them.
Wow.
And then when you do that, when you do a wipe, it's really effective. If you go look at my Solitudes pages, some of the slideshows there, and there's like 30 impressions. And when you wipe, it just comes, comes to life rather than flash. But no, I had no bitch about it at all. Cool. So who's in today? Teiko-san and Shiba-san. They should be here somewhere around now. Shouldn't they be by now?
9:24. They usually are in by now. Wonder if they're train delays.
I don't know. My built-in alarm clock is telling me the built-in alarm clock.
Yeah.
Down between my legs. I got to go to the bathroom. He's telling me that it's time to get out of here. So.
Oh, and Doi-san's in today too, I think. Wait, he was here yesterday.
Yes, he's done double. He was here yesterday. No, he was here
2 days ago. That's right, Wednesday. Okay.
We've had to flip switches around because of that big screw up. Evelyn cancelled Wednesday, but Audrey had forgot to check her name off. So we thought we were one short. Hosono-san called her mother to do panic kindergarten care.
Yeah.
The mother said, okay. Hosono-san came in, and then Audrey-san showed up. So
Yeah. So everyone.
Scott-san really chewed her out for that.
That's what I heard.
It's okay. I mean, it caused trouble all the way down the line.
Yeah. How did it go with the new worker the other day? She seemed nice. That was my
she's fine. She's smart and she's bright and she speaks
4 languages.
3 or 4 languages. I am happy.
Yeah.
I'm happy. It looks good.
Yep.
She'll do a bunch of Wednesdays first, just as sort of a trainee, hang around, just watch what's going on, get paid, and then at some point, when she feels more confident, we'll slide her into the actual rotation.
Yep.
I don't remember her name actually, but
Marcella.
Marcella.
I think so.
Yes, very happy.
Yeah.
And we had 2 visits yesterday.
Spanish, French,
Yeah.
Japanese.
We had 2 visits yesterday from previous staff. Koizumi-san was here at noon with his magazine, and Rui-chan came around.
Yeah, I saw her. I didn't see Koizumi-san.
See why they weren't here together to get what's going on. And they're both happy in their new jobs, it seems. They got an offer that we couldn't match.
Yeah. But did I see he wrote about us, or what was that?
Yeah. It's in the magazine there. He put a picture. He's sort of embarrassed. I did it without asking. Is it okay? And there's no
It's
reason.
the front of the building.
It's over there. It's in. I think there's 2 stereo magazines. It's the top one. And I have no idea why it's in there. I think he just needed to fill out his story. It'll be the first yellow tab sticking up there somewhere. Yeah. And it's a high fidelity magazine. And this month's theme was building your own speakers. For me, this is a time slip. It sounds like reading something from 1966,
Yeah.
But it's still a thing here in Japan. All the retired guys, people retiring from whatever, at 60 or 65, whatever. This is a thing for them to do. Is it not there in that first story where we saw him with his arms folded? The next page? Right there. Is it not on the next page from that, right-hand side?
Oh, too many pages. They're all stuck together. There it is. Okay.
So here, Moko Hankan featured in a high fidelity magazine. High fidelity magazine.
Yeah. Kind of fun.
Come and build your own speakers here at Moko Hankan. Like what?
Yeah. I think the deal was they used washi in the homemade speakers or something like that. So that helped
And,
make them sound better, and we use washi here too.
I see. So that's kind of grasping at straws, I think.
I think a little bit.
So
Cool.
he needed whatever content he could find to fill his 6 pages. And
Yeah. Oh, cool. There's Mokuhankan in Asakusa Roku. Come see the craftsmen at work.
Is that what it says?
Yep, 職人の技を見に気軽に足を運んでみてください。
So, yeah, like that's what I need you to do right now is take customers up to the 3rd floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Not going to happen, sorry.
Sorry, Koizumi-san.
Well, I don't know where the girls are, Cameron. Is it going to be you and me running the shop this morning? Because
so.
I'm out of here in a few minutes.
Yeah, Are you a trip or I didn't know about your plans for the day?
I'll be back. It's a meeting.
Yeah.
I'll be back this afternoon.
Oh, okay.
I didn't tell him. It's, the trip 3 weeks ago. This is the follow-up. So.
Okay. So, English, British, Canadian, and Irish. They speak. Those are all the languages they speak.
Huh?
English, British, Canadian, and Irish.
Who are you talking about? What?
That was
people on the street?
Nidros,
Okay.
yeah, someone there. Because they were talking about how many languages people speak. But, Vivid KP. I built a set of speakers in 1970. My dad built the stereo system that pipes sound to them. Very cool. Ohayou gozaimasu.
Oh, Doy-san. Nobody else here yet.
Okay.
You're going to do your first print party this morning.
Woohoo!
Do we have emails or something going on? 'Cause this is now getting to be something.
Yeah, 9:30 exactly. So should we shut down and track everyone down?
Well, we should shut down because I'm going to get to work either way. But what's going to happen with the print parties? I don't know. There's emails from the girls. If there's maybe they both don't come on the same train. Shiba-san comes in on the Chuo line, and then the Ginza line. Mm-hmm. Teiko-san comes in through Ikebukuro. I don't know which line she hits to get here.
In my box, I don't see anything, but it could be in yours.
Anyway, 9:30. Let's sign off. Okay, what is it today? Today's Friday.
Yes, Friday.
Today's Friday. Weekend, we're off streaming, of course. We'll be back here Monday morning. It's not a holiday this time,
Not
right?
this time.
For what date? Today? No?
No, it's Sunday.
So we'll be back here Monday morning. Same time, same station. Continuing with this, we had better have some show and tell by then. That little package should have arrived by then.
Yeah.
Other than that, what else we'll be doing? It's too soon to predict.
Yep. Okay.
Signs off, Campsite. See you there. Oh, new YouTube video coming this afternoon, Japan time.
Woohoo!